of just kind of address our student concerns here at the University of Hawaii and the Hawaii Community College. So today we the students have chosen to make the stand where others have fled to stem the tides of defeat. The roar of our resistance, we are not conquered, we are not broken, we are alive. We remain steadfast in the love we have for this land and people. We the students stand for truth in our determination to restore Pono to Hawaii. We fight for all those who came before, those living and breathing now, and all those who have yet to be born. And we will continue to fight into our very last little line. So, you know, I guess we can open it up to the basis of how things are going to be or can be addressed based off of our letter. And I'm not sure if it's going to go off of past the original agenda. I know we stopped by to ask, so you know, and I would say, you know, we're concerned because the word revised was on it, so I mean that could be part of the, I guess, a piece of the topic on that basis of the agenda. But maybe addressing the letter, or if you did check the email.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so it would be on the basis. I have that written down, so we can go over that on the basis of.
I guess I'll start from the very beginning when we did receive the letter from the students of concern. In Hilo, and I can only speak for Hilo, I can't speak for Hawaii Community College because they're a separate administration. So there's a little bit about what the University of Hawaii system has done in terms of responding, and then there's a bit about how Hilo is going to be responding. And like I said, I can't speak for Hawaii Community College because I'm not part of their administration. So it's very separate. Hilo, obviously, in our opinion, has taken your concern quite seriously. And we do that for all students. Whenever a student expresses concern, we actually do take it very seriously. And so as an administration, we actually had a conversation that very day, Friday that we had received. Friday, we received it the 26th. Yeah, 26, right? The Wednesday, the Wednesday of the 26th. And we all saw the email at varying times, and then we got our letters at varying times. So some people were calling me, going, "Did you get your letter?" "No, I didn't get it. Can you go look for your letter?" So we, as administrators, actually at least by 5 o'clock, had all communicated with each other for Hilo. That we had received the letter, we wanted to review it, and then we wanted to come together because everybody was going off for vacation or holiday, that we wanted to be able to have a conversation on Friday when we came back about how we were going to address it. So because there's several ways you can address it. We came to the conclusion, and I can tell you what we came to the conclusion by then, was that we believed that we wanted to, in fact, honor the request to have provide. And we've actually explored that option. We actually already have the plans drawn up for it. And that we're doing it with, we have to facilitate that through our facilities and planning as a process. The idea would be if we just go out there and put up our own flagpole, but we cannot. We cannot. Because it would, there's a process. And then of course people would say, well, you don't have to follow those processes. But there is a process to put up anything on this campus.
In your guys' discussion, was there a time frame, or how do we hold that basis?
Okay, so, and that was the question we asked. Okay, so how long is this going to take? So there's a little bit of, and I can tell you what, if you follow the normal state process, just be honest, I have a renovation project going on right now that's taking 2 years. Simple, but 2 years. We weren't given an actual timeline, although we said we wanted it to be a fast, quick resolution. So I cannot actually give you a time, an actual date of when we know it's going to be finished. But we'd like to have it, as I said, all I can say is we'd like to have it done as soon as possible. So what happens now that we have a plan is that, so I can tell you about that process, because it now has to be bid out. So someone has to bid for the job. And you, to actually erect another flagpole.
Like the RFP is being drafted or
Yes.
it's out?
It's being drafted.
It's being drafted.
For our facilities and planning.
So is it fair to say that the students, we could ask for it to be done before the new semester starts, the spring semester of the year?
You're talking about this, spring.
Yeah.
You can put in a request.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because to start off,
Yeah.
I think it's very capable.
Yeah.
And is it possible to have student representation there for that process?
Sure.
Because the next part will be covered, so we have covered time. But now, is this agenda or this process able to be evaluated in writing? Would we have to put in that request for
To participate in the process?
Yeah. So from that, now how does this? Is this okay to be within the agreement?
Yeah.
That we'll just.
To be involved in the process, I don't really require anything in writing. I could probably, after this meeting, actually go back and report and say that there was a request for participation. The question would be, is it the whole group? Or because there's a little bit about involving a whole group, or do you have a representative who then participates in the meetings?
Full answer, yeah.
So I think you can, however which way you believe is the most appropriate way to address that, I would put that into writing. And then, certainly you might want to ask for what's that timeline going to be. So I do know when we do bid it out as part of the RFP, it's supposed to give a timeline.
Correct. So it'll be pretty much a quick.
I somewhat feel this is a little bit easy. Is it the intention of the UH administration to continue to further the knowledge of what's currently understood as the occupation of Hawaii, or is it the intention of the UH administration to kind of appease the requests that we're throwing out there on that basis? I'm a little bit...
Yeah, a good question, because I think that, okay, so let me go back to what the university believes. And you may be well aware of that, and it's actually just in recent history. In 2008, we finally added into, and I say we because it was Native Hawaiian faculty and staff were part of the People Council, System-wide Council of Native Hawaiian faculty and staff, that requested that within the University of Hawaii's mission, that it speaks about the university's responsibility to Native Hawaiians. It was never in the mission of the university explicitly that it be there. So in 2008, we put that in. And if you read that part, it talks about the responsibility is in every area. Education, obviously, big people. In courses, and what we do, and the list goes on and on about what the university's responsibility is to the Native Hawaiians. So, getting back to your question, I think this is an appropriate, this issue is an appropriate time to begin to ask the university the question, how are you going to ensure that these conversations are not happening just because, but it is sort of the foundation of what we need to be doing at a university. That's it. That's my position. And I think a lot of us truly believe in that idea. We also be aware that currently, within one of the strategic directions of the university is an initiative called Hawaiian, which was approved in 2011 by the Board of Regents, and it basically speaks to the university being a model indigenous university.